I did actually research. Oh no, I didn't. That's a very good point. I totally forgot that I was still using regular fighters. Well spotted. Yes, I do need to change that. So we now have political power, so let's go and recruit a new commander. Boop. This guy is reckless, but doesn't have any major penalties. Let me just check my regular infantry commanders. Balbo is fine, Messe is fine. I think that most of these guys are... Actually, you're okay. Old Guard. Old Guard I'm quite happy to have in Africa. In fact, I may even switch these two around. Put Cavallaro. No, because he's got the logistics skill. He's fine. And Sodu is not Old Guard either. Nope, you're fine too. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I know Albania's still there. I wanted to get the treaties with Germany done before the war actually kicked off. Germany's still doing Molotov-Ribbentrop, so we've got a little bit of time, I suspect. So at what point can I upgrade my aircraft? I mean, I kind of need these three to continue doing the doctrines. And then these are going to be industrial. It's going to have to be once all of the industrial technologies are finished. So you've got one more to go, and we're going to need to keep on doing the synthetic upgrades, because we have a lot of synthetic stuff. And I want to make sure that they are as efficient as possible. Last time I dropped by, Yugoslavia was still in place. Looks like you went to war once already. Yes, we did. We have now fought the Ethiopians, the Spanish, and Yugoslavia. And we're just kind of waiting for the Second World War to start soon. Actually, how much of this will be finished? 30 days, yeah. Too late. Stop now. It really depends on whether they go straight for Danziger War or if they do one more first. Usually they do one more first, which is like air innovations. But it's already mid-1939, so Germany's running late. Muro, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. He got one division defending Tunis against us. Oh dear. Egypt as well is not looking too hot right now. Overwhelming firepower. Nice. Well, let's get the mechanized offensive then. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Named after German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and his Soviet counterpart, Vyacheslav Molotov, this non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself nor aid an enemy against the other. Foreign diplomats warn that this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear Soviet intervention. Danziger War. Okay, I've run out of time. Well, I guess we'll just have to go after Albania at the same time we do Greece. Is a good idea to improve the infrastructure in Africa as well as Italy. I always build there and I wonder if I'm wasting my time. It can be. Yeah, if you're planning to do heavy operations, then you probably should build up infrastructure in Libya particular more than I probably have. Kind of just wanted to get as much industry done before the war started as I possibly could, and then I can worry about improving infrastructure. Could just not join the war until the Albania focus is complete. Wouldn't they still just join the Allies then, though? But yeah, that is true. Like, Italy did actually join the war late, so... Oh, I see. Albania will work if I'm at peace. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we should probably see how Bulgaria is doing in terms of fascism. Neutral foreign policy at the moment, but they do have the fascist influence, which will last until February 42. And I'm going to do the same thing to Romania. But I somewhat suspect that Romania is going to be tied between the Soviets and us. I suppose there's that teeny tiny chance I'll hand over Danzig without war. Not in historical focuses. Rubber Hot Dog, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. The weird icon. Can I change all of your icons at once? I doubt it. No. I just use this icon for task forces, so I know what they are. Fleets get the special icons, the task forces don't. I used to do it the other way around, but this is far less micro-intensive.
Ordini.
Actually.
Ordini.
You guys are now trained. We will have a bunch of these guys joining as well. They're actually going out automatically to join them now, which is fine. So how are we doing for equipment? We have actually quite a few surpluses, so I'm wondering if I want to train a couple more of these. How many do I have? 8. So I need 16 more. Which actually makes me run out of manpower. I'm already on limited conscription. Yeah, I'm not going to get full staff from SA, not yet anyway. We'll just get another 8 in production. Okay, another 4. That'll do. I want to make sure that we keep at least a little bit of manpower around. As we expected, the Germans were delighted to draw up a series of exchanges for technology. It's clear that new winds are blowing in Europe, and Italy is now a step closer to reclaiming its former glory. Good. Well, in that case, I am going to Albanian occupation. Albania paints an easy target for our troops to occupy. We're unlikely to be met by much resistance. We must show the world the might of Italy and restore the glory of the Roman Empire. Meanwhile, Germany is already halfway to Danziger War. So has Britain guaranteed Poland? Yes, they have. So has France. Don't have the fuel for it anyways. Maybe.
Pronto.
Probably, actually, if I'm trying to use a navy at the same time.
Pronto, signore.
So Valiant. We could do promises of peace right now. I'm sure that would go down well. I guarantee I'll think of your independence, but within mere months my capital will have fallen and I'll need to be bailed out by the Americans again. Not entirely true. I mean, the Dutch were there too. And a couple of others. Including the Americans. Need 5 more destroyers and we'll have this at peak efficiency. So these are all very old destroyers, but they're going to be very good at finding submarines, so I think we'll be alright. Promise peace, then start a war. You belong in the US government. I mean, you're not wrong.
Pronto, signore.
Let's go speed 5 until Albania's done. Or at least until the war starts, so we can watch what Germany does. Curious to see the fall of Poland. Oh, we actually have surpluses. Pleased to hear that. I don't mind having a -2. Particularly if I make you the higher priority, so you get all the steel you need. Because right now I need the destroyers. The battleships are nice to have, but the destroyers are really the priority. Integrated convoy defense. Convoy defense. Right, let's go for the submarine operations then. Make our subs a little bit better.
Pronto, signore.
Poland refuses the German ultimatum. Considering the demands, it seemed inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany and a Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Mościcki pointed to the German Reich's recent actions when stating it was obvious Germany could not be satisfied with Danzig alone. German and Polish forces are prepared for war, and reports are already coming in of clashes on the border. Once again, there is war in Europe. Let's just quickly save the game. Off we go. Fuel refining 3. I'm sure that that's all that today will be remembered for. Fuel refining. Let's get some more fuel from refineries. Research. The German Reich has declared war on Poland, and so it begins. Poland joined the Allies. Naval treaty abrogated. With the outbreak of war, the Romanian government has officially informed the remaining signatories of the London Naval Treaty that, under Article 24, it considers the restrictions of the Naval Treaty to no longer be in the national interest. The Romanian ambassador has therefore announced that the Naval Treaty will be suspended for the duration of the war. Whether the restrictions will return into force after the war is over remains to be seen. But for the time being, we should consider ourselves no longer bound by the treaty obligations when it comes to designing and building ships. I'm okay on rubber at the moment. There are still places I can buy rubber from. Oh yeah, Slovakia. I always forget that Germany can attack from Slovakia. Which causes a lot of problems for the Poles. Germany hasn't requested that I join yet. Which I am a little bit surprised by. Although I guess Germany just wants complete control over Poland. They are at war with them all. I thought that was the Russian flag for a minute. I was like, hang on, I need to double check that. Is Germany somehow allied to the Russian state? And then, oh yeah, this is communism, not... these are the Soviets, not the Russians. Germany's certainly doing a number of them, especially on this front. Crikey. What are the losses like? Germany's lost 7,000. Poland's lost 150. Ouch! And still no request for war. Now I'm aware that I can change my laws right now, but I want to wait just a little bit longer. Because I want to see if taking Albania costs anything. Playing too much Kaiserreich, yeah, clearly. Well, Germany is definitely doing a number on Poland. Warsaw's about to fall. 200,000 losses. Ouch. German pressure towards Benelux. Following the breakout of war with France, Germany has applied stronger diplomatic pressure than ever to the countries of Benelux. With French and British backing, however, they are refusing to give in to the pressure. There is reason to believe that if the German Reich is unable to get what they want by diplomacy, they will take it by force. Luxembourg joined the Allies. Germany declared war on Luxembourg. Germany seems to be doing fine without my help. Yeah, I guess I just sit on the sidelines, watch this one. Albanian occupation complete. So I guess we'll go and befriend Romania now. Actually, no. German military cooperation means more research speed on land and air doctrines. Which would be pretty nice. I'm going to befriend Romania. It would be in our best interest to bring the distant kindred in Romania into the sphere of influence. El Duce sees great potential in our Iron Guard. Sorry, in their Iron Guard, rather. Albania yields on the day that Poland capitulates. Adolf Hitler has announced the cowardly Polish nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The fall of Warsaw, German forces advancing in Poland have succeeded in capturing Warsaw. Sporadic fighting continues in Prague and a few other districts, but organised resistance in the city seems to have ceased. The Polish government reportedly evacuated the city at the first German unit entered the Warsaw suburbs, and their present location is unknown. Fighting against the German invader continues in other parts of the country, but the loss of the capital is a serious blow for the Polish war effort. The Albanian authorities have agreed to our demands, and King Zog has been forced to abdicate. From now until the end of time, Albania shall be Italian. That was easy.
Ordini.
So, let's see.
Formazione.
Ah, you're in that army. Right. Let's make you orange, but a slightly darker version, so I can tell you apart.
Si, signore.
For now. Oh, you're fully trained. Never mind. Just join the garrisons. It's all good. Except that I now need to garrison Albania as well. We can do that. Free dockyards. Right, I would like more Slinky Gustavos being built, please. So we do need a couple of those. And we are going to need a bit more steel. Germany. Thank you. Zog submits to Italy. An ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by the Italian diplomats, demanding that they submit to complete military occupation. King Zog has abdicated after realizing the futility of resistance, and Albania will now be ruled in a personal union under King Victor Emmanuel III. Italy looks towards the Balkans. That's true. I do. There we are. You know what? I can probably add a couple more to the Greek front. And now that I can see that that's not going to cost me anything, let's add another high command. So this could be capital ships to help me in the naval wars. Infantry or cavalry specialist. I think infantry would make more sense. I'm going to go for the capital ships. We are going to need help against the combined navies of the French and the British. Okay, more research. We need to do concentrated industry. Still need to upgrade our aeroplanes. I have not forgotten. Belgium's joined the Allies. Germany has declared war on Belgium. Is Germany just not going to call me in? Is that what's going on here? Because we are tying up a bunch of French soldiers down here in the south. Declared war on the Netherlands. The fall of Nanjing, the capital of the Republic of China. Nanjing has been occupied by forces from the Empire of Japan. Whoa, Japan has made big changes. Despite fierce resistance from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops managed to capture the Zhongshan Gate and fought their way into the city. Sporadic gunfire can still be heard, and several fires are raging in different parts of the city, but most surviving Chinese forces have either withdrawn or been captured. Along with the capture of Shanghai, this is a significant victory for Japan in their war against China. Join the war when I attack Greece. Is that when Italy joined the war historically? When did Italy join World War II? June 10th, 1940. Then, yeah, I guess once we've befriended Romania, we'll go to war with Greece. And we'll see if that does bring us in or not. Because I feel like we probably should get involved. June 1940, Mussolini declared war on France just before France surrendered to get something out of the peace conference. The USSR occupies eastern Poland. Soviet troops have occupied eastern Poland, officially for the purpose of protecting Belarusian and Ukrainian minorities from the chaos that followed the collapse of the Polish government. German forces have withdrawn from these areas in good order, resulting in Poland's effective partitioning between the two powers. Well, the Dutch are putting up a hell of a fight. There's actually quite a few Dutch armies. France actually managed to get north in time. Is the German attack through the Ardennes going to fail? Kind of looks like it is. Improved oil processing. I'm now going to get 1936 planes so that we can be in a position to get the 1940 ones as soon as possible. They are pushing across towards Nijmegen. Sorry, Nijmegen. Always makes me chuckle how British people pronounce that. Guns. Yes, I have guns, thank you. Totally off subject, but I was Kaiserreiching today and physically could not invade Amsterdam. Is that a bug or a feature? You have to attack it from the north. Or actually, any direction. No, you should be able to. The map hasn't changed. Yeah, the Germans are punching through the Netherlands now, although Amsterdam is putting up a hell of a fight. And they're holding the crossing to Leeuwarden very nicely. Probably flooded it. If they flooded it, then that just means that the attack is going to be slower and more difficult. It doesn't block you from doing it. That sounded too Dutch. Where am I from? Have a guess. Gave the secret away! German assault into Amsterdam is now working. And they've crossed. Yeah, the Netherlands has fallen. Alas. Amsterdam is about to go down, and then the Germans are going to have an easy way around the back. Adolf Hitler has announced that the excellent Dutch nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of the incredibly hostile and unforgivable German forces throughout the country. The Dutch government bravely chose to flee the country and has gone into exile to continue the war from abroad. The main forces have gone to Britain, and the war continues against the Germans, who are now currently illegally occupying their home territories. How is Luxembourg still alive? Luxembourg just, because they're next to France, France just throws soldiers at them. There are only two types of people in this world that I don't like. Those who are intolerant of other cultures, and the Dutch. Luxembourg has capitulated, you were saying? Oh, here we go. They're crossing around Liège. Still no breakthrough through the Ardennes. Sedan is where it historically happened. France and Belgium putting up a stalwart resistance right now. Meanwhile, naval battles are going on. A couple of French submarines being caught by the Germans.